The bug's cool. We got Mafia Jinx, definitely not Blitzcrank, and the Atlantean Syndra coming out there. So I think I picked up the definitely not Blitzcrank skin myself, and then of course I got Jinx when I got the Jinx bundle, because who didn't buy Jinx as soon as she came out? I mean, let's be honest, everyone just insta-bought Jinx when she came out because she was too cool for school. Hopefully,
you can't milk those.
You can't milk those? You can't milk those! You can't milk those! Alistar. I love how the beginning of when Alistar came out, he went from being a jungler to then being a support to now he's like a main top laner. So he's really like switched up his roles everywhere in the game where people take him generally.
He became too strong, so Rito said no.
He's just all over the map, but he plays that high CC top laner. We've got a couple different people with gold borders, a lot of people with silver borders, so we'll be in that high silver, low gold general elo. However, should still have some amazing plays. The things I like about these kinds of tournaments is that the games will be, these teams play together often, so the chance that we'll have some really high action, really high skill plays is a lot higher because these people played together, so they know their play styles and can jump in together. So we are in game, ladies and gentlemen, jumping over. We're going to go ahead and move over into correct positions. We've got Rammus and Kha'Zix in the jungle, Lulu versus Darius in the top lane. Oh, we have music going on in the background. Let me go ahead and nuke that real fast because that is not what we want in the background. Stop it, music. There we go. We're focusing in game here. Jinx ADC against Tristana, supports Thresh and Blitzcrank, and the mid laners Ziggs and Syndra. So no one too crazy starting off. Both players kind of heading their general directions. They're really focusing on these blue and red buffs in the bottom lane, respectively. Tristana head around the corner. I don't think she's going to jump. She may be waiting to ward. She doesn't. There it goes. She did ward over that wall, so they do have those wards there. And now they're headed back, so no invades just yet. Kha'Zix did ward and then started to recall, but I guess he's just going to stick around and start his red buff as Rammus is picking up blue buff to start. What that means is that both junglers will hit the top lane at about the same time. Darius up here waiting around with Lulu, like just making sure that he's off to the side, can see if red team invades, but doesn't look like they're going to. So very, very calm start for the first game of the night. I like that Blitzcrank and Jinx are both laughing on that red ward. I don't think they know that that ward is there, but they're going to be laugh spamming anyway, regardless. And are they going to go help Kha'Zix, or are they going to try and invade? I think they're just going to go help Kha'Zix. Sometimes, especially at the beginning of tournaments, they are going to play it a little bit softer, a little bit slower. They don't want to do anything too crazy. Blitzcrank, he's like, do I go? Do I stay? Do I go? They do have a Blitzcrank, which means they could try an early hook on the team, but it doesn't look like they're going to do so, and instead just start red buff off here. Blitzcrank did start his hook, so he's going to have a little bit of that extra threat in the lane, and I believe Thresh started his flay, as most Threshes do, as they head to lane. We're going to see if it switches over to the Thresh. Catnip high headed towards lane. Mid laner's already farming up here. No one too crazy, no, nothing too exciting starting us off here, but red team does have a slight advantage of, I was going to say in gold, however, blue team just evened that out, that 3.0 between both teams there, so they'll Gaffer getting a little bit of poke, a little bit of the range advantage there. Too much swag, taking a little damage from Chuck Norris, who doesn't have the Dunk Master Darius skin, so there's a hook on the team as the ward. Not quite going to go down, going to throw out a hook and grab a minion. Helping Tristana just farm, gotta help her farm. She's a late game champion, so you gotta make sure she gets that farm up there, helping out. Catnip high, looking at getting close. Don't need to go melee range just to shoot. You are a ranged champion there. Gonna continue to farm up. So Tristana coming out a little bit in the lead with farming the bottom lane. Nothing too crazy though. Another hook. Ooh, Gibless not gonna land. Team in the wood says my turn. Oh, he's gonna take a zap for it in the back, and Jinx is gonna continue to shoot from those rockets. Jinx can farm really well with the rockets from a distance, however, it's going to eat up a lot of her mana and make it harder. Ooh, nice stun there from Scatter the Weak from Syndra. Dark Armed Reaper going to take some damage back, though. The satchel down. The old Gaffer, both these mid laners are very low. Who's going to take the win? The barrier saves the old Gaffer, and Syndra flashes to be able to live as well. So both of them are still extremely low health, but nobody down just yet in the mid lane. First blood has not been lost. Somebody wants it. Rammus is headed now towards the mid lane. There's a ping there from red team, so keep an eye on it. Darius getting a little bit of damage on the much too swag in the top lane. Both of them about half health there. But here comes Kha'Zix. He's looking for a gank. He's got the double buff. Auto attacks the flash from Lulu. She's going to go down. Maybe Darius flashes in and steals first blood. Taking first blood in the game. There's a hook on it. Timo's one. And a hook followed on Catnip. The play. Catnip down to about half health here. Trying to keep herself healed up. Timo's work. Continue using damage. Trying to get as much damage down. The flash from Tristana may guarantee that kill. And it does. The hook from Blitzcrank enough to knock Tristana up and not finish her off. And there's Tristana. Brownie points jumping back to the laning phase just to continue to farm up. So kill for each team. Darius in the top lane grabbing up that first blood, and then in the bottom lane, Tristana, I think it was, picked up that kill. Timo's award, being a good support and just giving that kill over to his ADC. It doesn't want anything too crazy to happen, you know. I did play ADC Thresh one time. It was pretty fun, but didn't secure the win, unfortunately. My ADC was very mad at me that solo queue game, but Blitzcrank says, I want to farm. I don't think my hook's going to be super effective for that one. Cause it's ganking in the mid lane. Dark Arm Reaper doesn't have flash up, and the old Gaffer making her pay not having flash. She also had used Ignite earlier, and that Ziggs had taken barrier against the Ignite. And so very well played there. Burned her Ignite and flash, and that allowed for Kha'Zix to gank and pick up another kill. So Team Columbus University starting off really strong here, doing well. Captain Robin farming up in the mid lane, has the blue buff, so can spam a lot of his abilities. Oh, you gotta be closer to get the heal, Kha'Zix. Come on, you can do that. Catnip high in the bottom lane, came back with a second Doran's Ring. Tristana is at full health, and she hasn't backed just yet. So much swag, man. It's doing a really, really good game here. Has taken hardly any damage. However, the fear of pushing too strong into a Blitzcrank is real, so they are going to back off, because once a Blitzcrank hooks you into the tower, that could be game over for you, at least until you respawn, because hey. Cool thing to note here is that even though they are 2 kills in the lead, blue team is, they're only 100 gold in the lead, which is minimal. That is a couple minion farm. So despite losing a couple of people, red team is still doing a fantastic job of continuing to stay highly farmed, and a lot of that is in the bottom lane. Well, I guess 3 farm ahead is nice, but top lane Lulu is also 15 farm ahead over Darius. So red team still farming very effectively and trying to keep up in gold. Zap going on into the Thresh there. Nothing too crazy. So both, pretty much everyone going back to their laning phase, you know, just continue to do what they do best. Darius grabbing a hook onto too much swag, gonna have to do a lot more damage if he wants to take her out of the game. Not gonna happen just yet though. He does have that kind of reset. As soon as he lands a hook, gets some damage, backs off, repeat, rinse, and repeat. So he came back in the top lane after getting first blood with a extra longsword and a Negatron, that's not Negatron cloak, that is the lower item, the no magic mantle. There we go. So to kind of deal with a little bit of that ability power from Lulu, she started with the double Doran's Ring. Plenty of mana and health to spare. However, going to have to do a lot more to take Darius out of the picture. Blitzcrank looking for a hook here. He knows that he could hook Thresh, and Thresh knows the same thing, but both of them are looking for hooks on the enemy ADC. So they're kind of just chilling there, waiting to hook the enemy ADC. Neither have ward, so there's no vision, but I'm sure that both know the other hook master is in that bush. And they're not going to find it. The ADC is really good at staying behind their minion lines, making sure they're playing a little bit safe. Catnip high, still farming with those rocket launchers, doing a really nice job of keeping her mana up as well as using those rockets to pick up some extra farm. Is down by about 13 minions there, but that's a wave and a half, so nothing too incredible. But if that sticks, again, Tristana has not backed yet and is beating her by 10 farm. So the more that this continues, it's going to be good for red team, as Tristana just scales so powerfully into late game. Now, Jinx is definitely the tower killing a master with her late game attack speed, but they're going to have to be able to have the tank enough to deal with the enemy team while they get to that. So another zap does hit Tristana just as the super minion goes down, hits Tristana in the face. Both teams, hook from Thresh not going to land. He was hoping for a death sentence on somebody, but didn't quite land on anybody. Kha'Zix still in the jungle. Rammus is headed towards this bottom lane. He is just off to the side, sweeping that bush. Not going to find anything too crazy. Here we could have a lantern gank. There's the initial flame chompers put down so early, and that's going to stop everything that Rammus tries out there. So very, very nicely placed by Jinx. She placed the flame chompers in front of her to make sure that as soon as Rammus came into the lane, he couldn't do anything. So nice polymorph on to Darius. He's down to about a quarter health here as Lulu continues to put out a little bit of damage. However, they're just going to go back to farming. No! Kha'Zix's up here. He has red buff. He's got so much damage. Wild growth for Lulu. Can it keep her alive? She is trying to get off, but the slow is so strong. There she goes, flashing. The flash from Kha'Zix as well. He wants her dead. Darius here as well. The flash for everyone. Darius gets it. He ults her. Can the bleed finish her off? Oh, she's alive! The Lulu too strong, not gonna go down, and she lives, burning both flashes from the enemy team. However, knowing that the jungler is up there, Kha'Zix is the red team is gonna respond by going ahead and trying to start this dragon. However, Rammus is very low health. Can they get this dragon, or will it be stolen away? Blitzcrank looking, Ziggs bomb thrown over the wall, and nope, Rammus smite too strong. Whoa! Rammus almost being taken down by the Super Mega Death Rocket from Jinx, and now the Scatter of the Week gonna stop Blitzcrank from invading. This Ziggs, he satchel charges his way in there and says, oh, there's nobody here for me to grab. No, Blitzcrank's still looking. Oh, the dodge from Cinda, too strong, not going to be taken out of this one. At least not just yet. However, Jinx is headed towards the mid lane now to help Ziggs as well as Blitzcrank try to hit this tower a couple of times. Scatterbig is going to hit her. She's going to take a little bit of damage, but this Syndra has really been building mana regen so far, so it doesn't have the power that a late game Syndra with all the ability power has. And with a with Dragon, red team's going to back off and head back to their lanes. They did do a lane switch, so this is very cool. We see a Lulu headed towards the bottom lane, while in the top lane, the Tristana and Thresh are headed up there. So it will be a 2v1 for these teams. Now, whether that's in a response to their bottom lane doing well, or Lulu doing poorly in the top lane, they are going to switch it up. Shibla is still looking for an opportunity to hook onto somebody, just too much swag off to the side. Can he grab this Lulu? However, Lulu's going to be very hard to finish off because of her shield, the speed boost, the wild growth, all of that means she has vision of Kha'Zix in that bush there. The ward can keep vision on that. Wards save lives, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what we see here. Red team does have some pretty good vision across the map. They've got it in the bottom lane as well as towards the top lane, but blue team deep wards on red team's turf. Blitzcrank says, hey, I'm going to play ADC for the moment and take some farm here. Where if Kirby head towards the mid lane, not going to find any ganking opportunities. Ziggs backs off from that one. In the top lane, due to Darius backing, again, doing that lane swap, these two are definitely taking a lot of help from this tower. They don't think they'll be able to finish. Oh, they've got a fresh minion wave here. Yeah, Tristana about to back off so much. Swagman says, nope, let's go ahead and just finish it. So first tower of the game going over to red team. Doing a fantastic job there. There's a hook, not going to land. Timo is not even close, but now Captain Robin showing up, and so is Duty of Kirby. He's looking for some damage. The taunt down onto Captain Robin. Can they finish him off? There's that thresh wall, and he is going to go down. Nothing for the enemy team to be able to pick up as well. Ziggs and Blitzcrank are here to slowly back up. In the bottom lane, though, Darius getting some damage. There's the wild growth on Lulu. She already used it just to make sure she lives. So her ultimate is down, and Darius hasn't even got started yet. He got the slow on her, but that's to be about it as he backs up to continue farming. 50 farm to her 79. Darkarm Reaper taking a tower shot in the mid lane. You know, swag points for that one. Blitzcrank didn't find anybody to hook in the top lane, but he's still trying to defend his Jinx, make sure that Jinx lives. She did die once. She's 0, 1, and 0. She does have the BF sword, whereas Tristana has a BF sword and a pickaxe, so she has a full item there. Ziggs going ahead and using his ultimate to clear that minion wave from the middle, saying, I don't want you guys to push it. I'm not losing my tower, even if top lane lost his. Thresh and Syndra are together in the mid lane. If Thresh lands a hook on somebody followed by the Scatter of the Week from Syndra, it's going to be really, really bad for whoever he hooks. Oh, he's going to get Blitzcrank. I don't know if that's the one they want. He is going to play it back. There's the double Scatter of the Week from Syndra. She's going in. There's the ultimate on Shibboleth. However, the mana barrier keeping him alive. Maybe not the target she wanted to ultimate on that one. Captain Robin now showing up, though, got massive damage for Timo as a ward. The flashes to live through it. Scatter of the Week also going to hit Captain Robin just for style points as he backs off. And now Warrior Kirby doesn't care, going in solo mode. He's got the hot down as well. Can he finish this? Oh, he used the pain point as well to keep vision on Kha'Zix, flashing out to the side to avoid the Blitzcrank hook. Now Darkarm Reaper with almost no mana is auto-attacking the old Gaffer to death. Doesn't even care. Gonna continue to throw those balls around because, hey, that's what Syndras do best. So we are at 2 kills to 3. Red team slowly pulling themselves in the lead. 3,000 gold in the lead and doing well. What happened to my mic? Sensitive is too damn high. I will have to fix that indeed. I'm sorry guys on the stream. 16k gold to 18k gold. They are in the lead by that 2,000 gold. Darius has backed and finished off that beginning of the Hex Drinker, so he's going to have a little bit of extra damage looking for the late game shield if he gets too low health. I think that's a rather okay item for him to build because they don't really have a tanky front line. So getting the extra little bit of surprise shield to keep him alive as well as Blitzcrank with the mana barrier, they're kind of making up for the fact that they don't really have a tanky front line, as well as Darius will still be outputting some good damage on top of it. So they definitely need to be taking advantage of this early game power, and they're just not. The team fighting from red team and they're trading around of who's in what fight is just so strong. This Rammus already 1-0-1. There's Darius pulling in too much swag. Can he get enough damage to finish her off this time? She is speeding herself away. That tastes like purple. She's going to live through that one. Now Chuck Norris headed back towards his tower. Going to lose a little bit of farm, but he's kind of going more... Oh, he's losing all that farm. Oh, that is painful to watch, Chuck Norris. Come on, you could have gotten all that farm. 1 Q, that's all it took. 1 Q. So much swag being a nice ADC and grabbing a pink ward up there, making sure that she keeps vision. So the ADCs are kind of an island of their own in this top lane at the moment. And Tristana definitely in the lead. The flash from Chibless, he doesn't even land the hook. The scatter of the week not going to land on the Ziggs. However, Satchel charges her back, and he's going to be underneath the tower and lives through that one. Red team says, wow, that's not what we wanted. We're just going to go ahead and back off from that one. Walking through the bushes as well. So many words from both teams now. Dark Armed Reaper looking for an opportunity to move in on Ziggs. Thresh still there to support. Chibless in that bottom lane continuing to try to roam and grab any hooks. Dragon is up and available for either team. You can see their pings from both teams. Looks like blue team will get there though before red team has a chance to respond. Thresh is just around the corner as well as Syndra. Chibless here putting down wards, making sure they have vision. Teemo is a ward. Is going to be here though. The Dragon down to about 3/4 health here. And it looks like red team's taking a slight advantage. Rammus just going ahead and jumping in on the Dragon as it switches over to red team. However, blue team is not ready to give this one up. Ziggs still throwing bombs across the wall. Kha'Zix's there, and Rammus takes it again. There's the hook on the Captain Robin. He is going down so quickly. Now the rest of the blue team is so low health. Chuck Norris going to be instantly taken out with a taunt. However, Teemo the Warrior almost taken out by the ultimate, and the Superman Deathball finishes him off. Drakes from across the map, and now Dark Arm Reaper going down. Chibless at 200 health here. Too much swag trying to finish him off, but so is the old Gaffer. Blitzcrank is going to go down. Now the old Gaffer too much swag. Almost Satchel charges her over the wall, but another auto attack takes her out. And the old Gaffer is picking up another kill. Now on a killing spree, 3-0-1. Red team was not going to give that up easily. Oh, yo, Gaffer just throwing that down all those bombs. Can he 1v2? Satchel charges so much swag. She's still shooting him over the wall. He tries to hit, but the barrier saves them. However, I don't think he's going to finish her off. There's the flash from Jinx, but the speed boost from getting excited. She walks right past him. There she goes. One more rocket should be able to finish her up. Uses the heal to get the speed boost. There's a low range stuff, and it takes him for a double kill. Catnip high, finishing it off. Thresh is looking for her, though. Not going to find her as she backs off with double buffs. Buff transfer complete. Maybe he will hook her? No vision over the wall. And so they back off. 7 kills to 7. Neither team out of this game just yet. 4k gold in the lead. Red team looking strong. They're going to get a lot of damage onto Chibless. There's the ultimate. Not going to be up. Oh my gosh. A final Q from Syndra takes him out. 1v1 in the mid lane. He didn't have mana barrier because he had just lost it last time in that last fight. So she used that to her advantage and just dominated him in the mid lane. Now 3-2-2 herself. So even up there in damage. I like if you look across the board here. 3 kills on the Ziggs, 3 kills on the Syndra. Not enough time for that. Too much swag. He's just got lost a little bit of help there. There's a hook. Death sentence from Thresh. He's going in 1v2. Don't think he wants that. Darius says, I'll finish you off. Chuck Norris looking for a pull on him. Not going to grab it. They're just going to back up underneath their tower. Now Captain Robin in the top lane. Going to jump saying, woo, a little too close to the tower. However, Rammus and Syndra are here. Warrior of Kirby looking for a jump. Can they get it? They don't have the tower. They're going to grab it. They got the taunt. He's so low out. Can they finish him off? He's going to have jump up here in a moment. They put down the pink ward. They can see him. He crashes over the wall. There he goes, turning invisible again. Has the speed boost and makes it out. He lives once again in that top lane. So great play from Kha'Zix, flashing over the wall to be able to survive, but that means that he is just not able to assassinate anyone. He has not gotten the snowballing that he wants. 0-3-2 at the moment. Red team still looking good, about 4k gold in the lead. Now pushing into this bottom lane, there's Darius just gonna pull the Thresh, say, hey, I got a little bit of damage. Oh, he's gonna death sentence him back. Can they finish him off? He's down to half health there, looking for an opportunity to probably just poke him. I don't know if they can kill him in the bottom lane. There's that lantern, the synergy from those two in the bottom lane, beautiful. Mid lane, red team's pushing it on this tower. Ziggs did use his ultimate last time to clear the minions, and he has it available again, but he's here in time to just grab a couple of those minions and say, hey, stop pushing. The wave clear of Ziggs is so incredibly strong. Red team very, very, very difficult to be able to push into that mid lane. Blitzcrank, 4 members, and Jinx all here in the mid lane. Jinx still has the double buff available, at least for a short bit, as they now push in on this mid lane tower. Nice scatter of the week onto Catnip High. He's going to take a bit more damage, down to half health there. A zap back into Syndra's face. There's a 2 trade. So you've got a wave clearing Ziggs and a wave clearing Syndra. Both of these teams are going to have a hard time sieging. Thresh looking for an opportunity to throw a hook. He knows that his team has the power to finish off anyone he does land death sentence on. However, he has to land it on the correct person to really engage in a team fight. 4-man strong in the mid lane, 5-man strong. They want this tower. They are going to get this tower. There's the ultimate from Ziggs. This Tristana solo help, but Teemo's Award getting up by the wild growth. Not going to be enough finish. Scatter of the week hitting 4 members, but Darkon Reaper dodging the zap. Wants to go in, using the ultimate and the ignite onto Catnip High. That should finish her off and picks up the kill on the Jinx. However, that is a 2-4-1 trade. Red team making making red team pay for trying to engage underneath the tower. Blitzcrank hook not going to land. Ram is solo help though. He does have a lot of armor, but not a lot of magic resist, and Ziggs is making good use of that yield gap for continuing to throw out these bombs. So blue team is finally the one who picks up this first tower in the mid lane. Tristana just off to the side here might actually be found by Blitzcrank. Oh, he's not going to hook. No vision, he hooks blue buff though. Tristana going in though, too far, and gets taken out. I like that. She buster shot Darius, which hit the other 2 back at the same time as she was hooked by Darius. And so they all moved, just whoop, over half a lane there. But 10 kills to 9. Vision is key, guys. Vision is key. Blitzcrank could have hooked her, but didn't have a word for it, and then she went in 1v3, not realizing that's the team there. So blue team, because they stuck around so long, were not regrouped in time to save their mid lane tower, so both mid lane towers have gone down. Red team also has the top tower, but I'm amazed we've gone through 20 minutes of gameplay and neither bottom lane tower has gone down. Usually that's one of the first towers to go down. Double warding, guys. Make sure you've got plenty of wards, because double warding is important. Dragon will be available in 30 seconds. Red team definitely setting up for it, but blue team already has a couple wards around there. You can see one right in front of Dragon as well as another around the corner. So they also tried to steal it last time, so they have the timer on it as well. Both teams with the timer are making their way down here. Jinx in that top lane is just trying to get the wave moving, but now headed down here knowing there might be a fight. It could be Darius got out, but a flash saves him from the death sentence from Thresh. Teemo's Award now backing off, so that is a Darius flash down, which is huge in this dragon fight coming up in 2 seconds. Captain Robin being pushed out, he's just going to jump over the wall. So the zoning by Thresh is complete. He gets extra vision from that, I thought he was going to stick around, but apparently not. So they're going to grab that dragon again. Rammus always on top of these stuns. Warrior Kirby, now they're going to move in. There's the ultimate from Syndra, just destroying Jinx. No chance for her to get out of that one. I believe it was a death sentence from Thresh, and then the ultimate from Syndra just output so much damage and instantly nuked her. 10-10. Red team strong, moving here into the mid lane. Dinaloss not looking to lose this first game. They decide to back off though, sensing that the rest of blue team has collected here. They are ready to fight, and says we may have destroyed Jinx, but she will be back in a couple of seconds here, so we're not going to engage too quickly on this one. Play it safe, play it smart. Let's grab a little bit here and a little bit there. 4k gold in the lead. That's where they've been in the lead for quite some time. Blue team still has an opportunity to come back in this game. They're only down 4,000 gold, and that's a tower and a Baron, I believe. And so they do have a strong chance of being able to come back, but they definitely need to be able to grab some of these picks. Blitzcrank hook just not as effective as they were hoping, really struggling to land that hook onto a Tristana or a Syndra and grab those people that are actually weak. He could try to grab this Tristana, but he is all alone up here. Finally, Darius showing up now, so they could try to 2v1 her, but she does have such huge range that she can just farm the minion wave very, very safely. Aw, Jake, all famous at Nerdacon. Thank you, RM Dead. Oh, Death Sentence not going to land on Catnip. However, a little bit of damage on the old Gaffer from Dark Armed Reaper, taking a zap to her back as well. So again, both teams have kind of slowed down a little bit, kind of looking for more farm, kind of building up those gold leads. Infinity Edge and Zeal has been finished by Tristana, while the same thing has been finished by Jinx. However, she went with the Avarice Blade over finishing her boot, so she's a little bit slower, but has a little bit extra gold. Oh, Death Sentence, sorry, not Death Sentence, is going to miss. However, there's the ultimate from Syndra. Again, you cannot be caught alone when a Syndra is there. She will make you pay every single time. Sweeping lens clear and a ward there. In the bottom lane, Too Much Swag is continuing to just slowly push onto that tower and build up her farm lead. She is 170 farm to the 96 of Darius, almost twice the farm of this Darius. He has barely even started a build. He has finished his Giant's Belt, but that is a single item and definitely needs to get even more tankier to deal with the damage of this enemy team. So picking up another tower, Red Team progresses their gold lead little by little. They have gotten all 3 dragons in this game despite the continuous attempt to steal the dragon away from Blue Team. But they have never lost a dragon so far, and that is just amazing. Oh, there's the ultimate from Zig saying, hey, back off of that tower. She's just going to shield the tower shot and back off a little bit. There are Jinx and Darius down there. Scatter the Weak onto Blitzcrank. He's just going to speed his way, boop, boop, Blitzcrank, and walk his way out of that one. Thresh here as well, looking for an opportunity to hook once again. I will say I feel that the death sentences from Thresh have been a little bit better than Blitzcrank so far this game. However, a single Blitzcrank hook can change the team fight, and we'll see if he finally gets the hooks that he wants. Blue Team scared to push out, scared to advance. They don't really want to, it's been proven over and over that the AoE damage of Red Team is so strong, they don't really want to deal with that in a 5v5 situation. However, they can't solo push either. The Tristana and Lulu wave clear is so strong that they can't get those top lane or bottom lane towers, and the waves pushing in their direction is just so slow. Jinx did just head towards that bottom lane and push that wave, as well as Darius now headed towards the top lane, but every time they get close to the tower, there's somebody to answer them and wave clear all back and pick up all of those minions. So Lulu going a bit more tanky here, has grabbed the Randuin's Omen, so definitely going to be taking a lot less damage from the Jinx, as well as when she's in the middle of the enemy team fight, she can wild growth herself to live through it and use the Randuin's Omen to slow the entire enemy team. Zanya's almost being completed by Syndra. She has the start of that, as well as a Deathfire Grasp, so definitely looking for these quick kills. Not going to have a problem there. Thresh going super tanky, immediately buying that Sunfire cape, so he does not want to be taking damage from the enemy ADCs. Interesting choice from Ziggs to go Rabadon's Death Cap instead of either Zanya's or Deathfire Grasp. However, Shibboleth may be caught out here too much, and he, with the Mana Barrier and Silence, not going to be enough, gets taken out, and it is a Thresh support that picks up that kill. Ward's still going down here. Look at how many pink wards are being placed. Captain Robin trying to clear that one. However, there's still a pink ward sitting in there, and Thresh says, oh, we'll pick up your pink ward if you won't. Red Team now pushing this bottom lane. So much swag. There's the stun onto Catnip. High. Can Catnip lift this one? Is going to for the moment. The taunt not landing on anyone. And oh, the damage from Syndra. I didn't even notice. Zig's going to pick up that one with his ultimate. Causes sleeping off to the side. Nicely distracting Red Team. I think the satchel charge knocked Tristana out of the zap from Jinx. So a little bit of help to your ally there. Make sure he lives. But the Dark Passage from Thresh say, hey, Tristana, you can live through that one. So Red Team lost their biggest wave clear, that Syndra that they needed, so they backed off from that one. Rammus is sticking around, but he is the super speedy Rammus that we know, so he should be able to speed himself out of a situation unless this Blitzcrank lands just too strong of a hook. Blue Team does again have that timer on Dragon, so Dragon will be up in about 20 seconds here. Red Team has kind of started collecting, but they were very low health and needed to back after their initial team fight, so Blue has a huge advantage right now and may be able to grab this Dragon if they can get enough damage before Red Team shows up. Chuck Norris very smartly staying in this bottom lane, making sure that Lulu can't move towards the Dragon. Rammus hasn't even backed yet, so will be recalling now, and that means that the Rammus smite that has been proven so strong before, they're not going to have... No, he came back. He came back. 4-3 red members are here. Can he steal it again? No! Kha'Zix takes it. He tries to get in there, but the wild growth keeps him alive for the moment. Scatter the weak, not going to finish anybody off. But Cinder does take the Kha'Zix down, and now Darius is using his ultimate to true potential. Ziggs finishing off Syndra, and now Chuck Norris moving in on Timo is a ward. However, Tristana has lived for the moment. Can she survive? Oh, there's that dunk master we were looking for, finishing off the Thresh. The zap from Jinx going to push Lulu away. Tristana has been not there. The entire fight was in the top lane, and I think that's why Blue Team so strongly won that, was they didn't have that top laner. Now, Ziggs does not have his ultimate, and Tristana may be able to get this bottom lane tower. He will switch over. Nope, that's not going to show it. Can we switch to that? There we go. Now we can see the tower health as it slowly goes down. The teleport coming out. Ziggs here as well. She wants to finish the tower. The satchel charge going to knock her straight into Darius, but Ziggs picks up that kill. So beautiful satchel charge from the old Gaffer, says, you ain't going anywhere, Tristana. Forget about your jumps. As Catnip High continues to farm in the bottom lane, is out of mana, and will be recalling maybe on a ward. Nope, goes back to lane. Just too much swag sticking around. Really does have some good damage. Oh, waiting for the Blitzcrank to show up. Chibliss comes in here. Speedy boots. Does he want it? He's trying. He's trying. Nope, he's not going to do it. Not quite fast enough to catch the speedy Lulu. He does have bits of mobility though, so he is a speedy beat boot Blitzcrank. In the top lane, Blue Team grabs up that tower, continues to clear some minions. They do have two up there, while in the mid lane, it's back to that 1v1 between Syndra and Ziggs. Syndra still has not finished her Zhonya's yet, really saving up for that Niazi Large Rod. However, Ziggs has, so he has the Niazi Large Rod and a Zhonya's. A Rabadon's Death Cap and a Zanya, so he is going to be outputting a lot of damage. 7 and 1. The Syndra 7 and 5. People Blitzcrank, oh, he's going to be slowed down. Boots of mobility, not as effective now. But now here comes Timo as a ward, going to not get the death sentence. He's going to hook him back over in the mid lane. That's going to be a taunt going down onto Ziggs. There is nothing. Oh, Flash maybe out there. Oh, he tries to ult himself to get the Rammus down a little bit, but not going to be taken out. In the bottom lane, the damage was already died. Scattered the weak to stopping Darius from engaging on that one. Blue Team could try to collapse on this Lulu Thresh in the bottom lane. However, I think that, well, I don't know, Kha'Zix is headed down here. Chibliss looking for an opportunity to hook somebody, but there's so many minions. There's the Dark Passage being put down. He's going to try to get a knockup, but no, Kha'Zix coming in from the sidelines. Rammus, however, is speeding in now. Chibliss mana barrier has gone up. The Super Mega Death Bomb not going to finish anybody off, and Lulu picks up the Blitzcrank, and Thresh, the ADC support, grabbing another kill onto the Kha'Zix. 15 to 17, 6,000 gold in the lead. 30 minutes in. These death timers are starting to tick up. We are about at the 30-second mark and continuing to look strong. 30-second timers on these people. 15 kills to 17. Red Team's always taking a slight advantage every single engage. However, they're really going to have to push to be able to grab an inhibitor, and that's what they need to really get this game in their hands. They are going to back off again, play it safe. No one's really tried to get Baron yet. Thresh going ahead and going over there and warding it. Blue Team could try to push Baron very quickly now that Red Team is backing. However, they may not just have the damage to be able to finish it. Static Shiv and Infinity Edge has been finished on Jinx, looking for a Bloodthirster as well. She still has not completed boots, but her positioning is so good, she hasn't needed to yet. 4, 4, and 6. Tristana at 3, 3, and 1. Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer being completed. And now looking for, maybe a Last Whisperer. He has that pickaxe and longsword, so it could be a Last Whisperer we see coming out from her. Blitzcrank picked up Iceborne Gauntlets, so when he pulls somebody and knocks them up, they are definitely going to be slowed a lot. You're going to be signing some autographs after the game. That would be awesome. Would love to sign autographs, but probably after the tournament. Chuck Norris backing off there in the mid lane. We have Red Team coming in here, 4-man strong. It looks like they don't have Rammus. So Rammus is around the corner. So 5v5, this fight could determine it all. We may actually go ahead and slow this fight down if it really gets too intense. But all 5 members of both teams are here. We could, Scatter the Weak on Chuck Norris, just going to stun him up for the moment. Sapphire Cape has been finished by Darius, so he's finally a little bit tanky. Going to be able to handle some of the damage of the enemy team just a bit. Also has some magic resist with that Morris. Nice hook onto Captain Robin though, and he gets blown out of the water. Blitzcrank hook onto Team was worried though. That's the wrong member. There's the 6 ultimate gonna hit 3 people, knocked them very low health. Tristana having finished off 1. Oh, Super Mega Death Rocket gonna fly off the map and go and hit a poor spectator somewhere around there. Timo is the ward. Can this Chivas get out of it though? He has to use the mana barrier to try to get out of this one, speeding his way, but Warrior of Kirby is just a little bit too fast on the Rammus, and the Tristana picks up that one. Catnip High not getting stunned, uses the Summoner's Heal, but it's not enough. Syndra blowing her up to red team. Slowly but surely, with every single hook and grab and taunt, picking up kills left and right. 5-man strong, taking up 3 without losing a single person. Dragons up in 28 seconds, so they may try to grab that, sending their weaker members to go ahead and recall, while the rest collect around a dragon, warding up and clearing wards to make sure they can get it. Nope, looks like they're just going to back off and go ahead and keep farming. Syndra in this mid lane, now 247 farm. 5 and 4, doing a fantastic job. Dinaloss has just continued to show their power throughout this game. Now 8,000 gold in the lead, and continuing to lead every single tower they take down. They really didn't get much off of that last team fight other than a couple of kills. However, they are leading by such huge items now as the game continues that might not mean a whole lot. Tristana is only about 10 farm above this Jinx. So blue team had an opportunity to get dragon but didn't use it. Red team was able to recall, get full health, come back here towards the dragon. Blue team now is collected here. Blitzcrank clearing a pink ward, but dragon may be down before they get a chance. Super Mega Death Rocket gonna hit a couple people. There's the ultimate from Ziggs as well. Oh my gosh, the health on Rammus was so low. Dark Amber Reaper though gonna knock the health out from Captain Robin. He hasn't died yet though. The ultimate from Syndra is down now, and the Jinx rockets continue to destroy people's health. So this time blue team didn't lose anyone. However, they yet again lost dragons. That is 1 dragon to 4. Red team definitely in the lead on those. Now almost 10,000 gold in the lead, but they are going to have to defend this bottom lane. And they did lose a couple of people due to the AoE ultimates from the Super Mega Death Rocket and the Ziggs ult, and that means that, Darius says, I don't need minions, I'm Darius, I can take out this tower by myself. Ziggs, the mid lane might be caught out here. He's going to try to finish off so much swag, man. The hook from Thresh not going to land because of that Zanyas. However, he's flashing the wall barrier. He's one, and he gets the Tristana just before being taken out. Thresh picking up that one. Now the bottom lane, the Lulu being 1v4, might go down. The Rocket's too strong, and the Darius pull, it is Jinx picking up that kill. And now moving out of the tower, go ahead and put the Flame Chompers to the left. Make sure that the team can't go in. Kha'Zix leap recalling into the bush, says, swag points for that one. And now the rest of blue team backing off. The wards going down before they recall. So that was 2 wards and 2 towers and 2 kills that blue team picked up. So slowly but surely coming back in this game. They went from a 10,000 gold lead down to a 6,000 gold lead in a measly 2 minutes. So blue team knows that they still have strength to be able to pick people off. They still have time to be able to grab some of these kills and making a show out of it. So 4 towers to 5. They are not done on this game yet. Dark Arm Reaper continuing to clear farm in that top lane. The rest of blue team looking at maybe starting Baron here. The red team does have wards, both a normal ward and a pink ward. So the screaming in the background. The red team has the pink ward and a normal ward down on the Baron. There's got a pink ward clearing that. Is that pink ward even in the bush? Hang on, we're gonna check this real fast, guys. I sense a Scar ward right there. Oh, okay. Yeah, Rammus put down a ward and replaced his pink ward. We gotta let the game catch back up there. But yeah, that ward was like just off to the side of the bush there. But 17 to 21. Red team still strongly in the lead, but not finishing it off just yet. Baron is up. Dragon will be up in another 2 minutes or so. So I guess both teams just playing it safe and continuing to grab buffs before looking for the next objective that they want to push. Red team, early game was really good about pushing objectives. Tristana picking up a tower here, Lulu picking up a tower there. But recently, every team fight that they do, they haven't gotten a whole lot of advantage. They maybe get a dragon here, but that's about it. And they really need to keep pushing those towers to be able to finish the game off. And I think that slow stalling of the game is what's allowing blue team to slowly but surely come back. 300 farm on the Ziggs and continues to just get massive, more and more massive. There's a nice hook onto the old Gaffer though. He may get blown out of the water. Zonius keeps him alive for the moment. The rest of the blue team doesn't want to engage, and he is taken out. Rammus picks up that one, so an instant 4v5. Lulu pushing in that bottom lane. The rest of red team's going to head down there and catch up with her. 4 members of blue team here in the mid lane. They need to walk the long way around. Oh, Jinx! She is going to get hooked and go down. The death sentence too strong. Doing a smart thing and zapping the bush to see if anyone was in there, but she was in range of the death sentence, and that meant her death. And a tower going down, as well as should be an inhibitor with this late game Tristana doing so much damage. That inhibitor goes down as well. Are they going to try to finish it? They do have the tanky Rammus. 5 members to the 3. There's going to be a little bit of damage. Darius is going to try to finish somebody off. However, he is down to half health there. The Rammus is tanking. A nice hit from Blitzcrank on a Teemo's Ward. The Wild Growth keeping him alive. Captain Robin being scattered, being stunned. Going down so quickly. That's 1 tower. That's 2 towers. And it looks like Dinaloss will take the first game of the night and finish us off. Darius, style points, trying to grand slam the Rammus and finish him off. But nope, not going to be the end of that. So 17 kills to 24. That, ladies and gentlemen, is game 1 between Dinaloss and, what was that? Something University. Columbus University, I'm sorry. Columbus University.